Stone and Grace. If you're new here, my name is Bristol, and I'm so excited that you're going to spend a little bit of your day with us. Um, in this video, we're going to do a two-part video. So I'm hoping that this video will come out today, Tuesday, as I'm editing it, July the 28th. And the next part two, will come out on Thursday, the 30th. However, I cannot guarantee everything, but I'm working really hard to make that happen. But in this video, we get up before 2 a.m. We leave home shortly after 2 a.m. We were up at like 1:15, 1:30. I rolled out of bed before my husband did, but we head up to Greensboro to go to an estate sale, and then we shot over to Hillsboro, North Carolina, and then we ended up going to a couple thrift stores, working our way back home. The thrift store section of it is going to be what's part two, just because of the amount of footage that I took at both estate sales. Now, the one in Greensboro, I did not have time to film the first go. So after we kind of went through and got everything that was on our list, even though we really didn't get everything that we came for, I'll explain that in a little bit. But then when we went to Hillsboro, we were already kind of like 2 hours late because Greensboro was like top priority on our list. So we get to Greensboro, and we get there shortly after 5:30. The sign out sheet goes out at 6 for the estate sale to start at 9. Okay, I've never been to one that does a sign out sheet a whole 3 hours in advance, but this company did, which was fine. But my personal opinion is, if you cannot get out the car, regardless of circumstances, if you cannot get out the car and stand in line with the rest of us, then my personal opinion is your name shouldn't be on the list whenever it's time to sign up. I know everybody has their opinion, everybody's each their own, but I'll just leave it at that. So we were number 8 and 9 on the list. Now, when we arrived, there was cars, but nobody was out of their vehicle. I said, I'm not doing this. So I hopped out the car and I went up, and of course everybody then started hopping out the car. And they were like, you were here first, weren't you here next? It doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to stand in line, honestly. Okay? And as I've said it before, there's enough stuff out here for everybody. I won't go into details, but I've already seen some videos where some people are calling other people rude, and it's just, I didn't see that. I didn't see anybody snatching anything out of anybody's hand. Now, there was some running involved through the home to get what you wanted. There was some people that were already taking like masking tape with their name and sold on it. So it was a little wild, but it is what it is. I think we still got some great stuff. I wish that we could have got some of the items that we went for, but when you have that many people there, and it wasn't a large group, it was just a lot of resellers. So Dean and I were number 8 and 9 on the list, and everybody in front of us except for one was a reseller. So, and there was another husband and wife team there, and they kind of went together in the beginning to block everybody off. But everybody's there for the same thing, but I'm out here trying to make a living, not a killing off of it. I've shared with you a little bit before my why, what I'm doing, why I'm doing this, what I'm trying to accomplish, and my goals, and the whole 9 yards. So it's a little disheartening to see so many resellers be that way, but in the end, there's plenty of estate sales out there. You know, there's plenty of stuff in the world for everybody. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. But I wanted to take you along with us. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the backstory. That way you could understand when I'm showing you the footage, why there is so much that is missing, that the home looks empty when in actuality it never really was. It was, I mean, it was full to an extent, you know what I'm saying? So there was still plenty of stuff left, but I don't think it would be like plenty of stuff to go back for on the second day, because everybody pretty much wiped the entire house out of the items that were like holy grail items out of the house. But I hope that you will enjoy the video. I hope that you will understand why there will be a part 1 and part 2. And I kind of broke it up that way because it was over an hour long of footage that I had. And I know now, especially since I have hit that mark of 4,000 public watch hours, I can start making a small commission off of the videos that you all watch. So with the content that I put out there, the way that I make the small commission is through the ads that play, and I hope that they are appropriate. I don't really know what the ads are whenever they play. It doesn't show me, but I know that they could be a lot, especially within like an hour time frame. And even though some of them can be lengthy, just based on the ones that I've watched from other content creators out there that I've watched myself, you know, sometimes those ads can continue to go on, and even with tempting to it can be tempting to skip. But it would really mean a lot to me if you would just bear through it. And, you know, if it's not your thing, I totally understand. You know, please feel welcome to skip the ads. But by watching them, you know, it does help me a little bit get towards the goal of being able to come home and do this full time. So it, you know, it really would mean the world to me. And I would appreciate it if you make sure that you are subscribed, that you like the video, that you turn on your bell notifications so you can get updates on whenever I post videos and short reels and community tab posts. I know some of those things can be redundant, but I'm trying to, you know, continue to grow my channel and the platform. So by doing that, it's like you have to be consistent on all three, you know, videos, short reels, and posts. And a lot of people find my Facebook page from my YouTube and so forth, and vice versa. So it just really means the world to me, and I just appreciate you all so very much. But enough rambling. We're going to get into the video, so I hope that you will grab your coffee or your favorite beverage or whatever you have at whatever time of the day that you're watching this video, and let's go thrifting, friends. What are we doing, honey, at 2:10 a.m.?
Not sleeping. I think we're going to a estate sale.
What were we thinking?
I don't know.
So as I'm editing this video, I wanted to share with you right after I took that footage of us half asleep, getting ready to get in the car and leave. We went through a traffic check at 2 a.m. in the morning on 410, if you know anywhere about that area. There is a lot of beach traffic that drives through there, but not at 2 a.m. in the morning. But anywho, we went through there, and then we passed 2 fender benders on the way. One was in the middle of the road, not even like 20 minutes away from the estate sale itself. So I just thank the Lord that we made it there safely. These vintage hobnail amber glass lamps were one of the items that we were coming after. Unfortunately, you can see where they did have the little sold masking tape strips on there, and this is what they had deemed as the toy room. In this room, above that top shelf on that closet, was a ton of Afghans and quilts, and everybody kind of just threw them down on the ground to go through them. And these vintage nightgowns, I thought they were darling. I don't know if there's any interest in these. If there was, I probably could pick them up because I do see them all the time. But there was a guy that was in there and he had a lot of vintage graphic tees from like the 80s and stuff, and they were cool. But he also had like Vanity Fair bras and just all sorts of things. So you never know what you will see somebody pick up at an estate sale. This what? Yeah. Did you see the Campbell's? No, the other ones are still in there. I mean, I know those are plastic, but.
Yes. Well, I see, Pepper. Okay. But that's what you're an eagle. Yep. Yes. It's good to see you. You too. When you look around, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Went home to pick something up for somebody. Here's been my
Would you like me to take that to the whole thing?
Yes, could you take it for Dean?
Dean, do you have
Yes.
anything else on
Yes,
that?
we do. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
You think that says Crusoe Island? What do you know?
C-R-I-S, Crusoe, C-R-I-S-O-E.
I wonder if they got from Crusoe. Yeah. Yes, $1 up.
Well, there's nothing on that much, so it's the same price. And up top.
Want some food?
Stay in line, excuse me.
Unfortunately, everything you've seen out here on the porch pretty much got wet from the rain the night prior and the morning of. A lot of the items you'll see that had standing water in them, like the plates and glasses and certain things. So that was unfortunate. Especially the pieces that were out there in the yard. There was like a wooden baby frame and or a wooden crib, and of course, you know, that was pretty much ruined. So it's just, whenever you have so much stuff like this, I know it's hard for the estate sale companies to display everything, and they did have pop-up tents placed in areas for like holding your items. So I guess in the sense of it coming down to keeping your items safe and from getting wet versus like putting them up over the stuff in the backyard or trying to put tarps up for the porch and everything. You know, they did the best that they could.
When they tax you after a certain amount of money, you can track it. Don't they tax you for that?
You have to be, I'm not sure what you're saying, but,
Right, LLC and all that. I don't think you have to be an LLC and all that stuff.
now you don't have to be, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Right. I was saying, somebody told me your taxes you have to make over 14,000.
Yeah, put it over there.
You took it out. Daddy, one way in, one way out. No.
Somebody bought it. Darn, I want it.
Glad we got new tires.
Oh yeah. I want the horse on.
Okay. What you gonna do with it? Oh. Oh. They're gonna have to go.
I ain't getting over too much.
Is that porta potty? Man, look at the car still left
And
here.
I trucked the puppy with.
Wow. Yeah, there's something good for us to get.
Heck yeah, some eagles.
Google says we have arrived.
I'm just gonna pull up right there and wait that damn good enough.
Yeah, that's cool. Stay out of the mud. We are now in Hillsboro, North Carolina. We went up this long driveway for the estate sale. This estate sale had probably already been like 2 hours in the progress by the time we made it there. But that was okay because, like I said, Greensboro was our top priority. This was, I will say I was not expecting to find the items that we did because I for sure thought that, you know, maybe those items would have been gone already. But we still enjoyed the time that we were there. It was a very short trip. But I just wanted to show you around the home. It was a 3-story home. We were just kind of into everything, it seemed like. And there was a little bit of NASCAR stuff. There was like vintage children's toys. Outside, there was kind of tools of all kinds, signs. You just truly didn't even know what to expect with this estate sale because there was just a variety of items that, most of the time you step in somebody's home, especially an older home, then you can tell, like, if the woman of the home was a hairdresser or a teacher, or maybe the husband was a mechanic, or something along those lines. But with this estate sale, it threw us for a doozy because it was just like a jack of all trades. Not the burden. It's not worth it. Hi, good. How are you? Okay, thank you.
No.
Excuse me.
I didn't pop in Huh? Well, they might be better. Should be better on the other for me. You want that? You want it? It'd be at risk of fixing to happen.
How much is the bale? Mm-hmm. It looks that way. Yeah. I hope that you enjoyed part 1 of part 2 that is coming from our day through Greensboro, Hillsboro, and on the way home. Out of the 2 estate sales that we went to, I would love to know what you would have picked up, if there was anything that caught your eye. Of course, there was a lot of stuff that I wish I could have grabbed, but unfortunately, it was either already sold or you know, it was just a little bit overpriced, especially at the first one for Greensboro. All their vintage Christmas items, they were a little on the pricey side, depending on what they were. Now, it was worth it if you were a collector yourself, but for me to buy it, to bring it all to you, for you to get a good deal, it just wasn't the best price. But anywho, I appreciate you all so much. I can't thank you enough for being here, for liking, for sharing, for subscribing, for all of your comments. It means the world to me. So until part 2 comes out, and until next time, friends, happy thrifting.